Let's start things off right. The blonde I keep telling you about, I keep saying in my dream, and someone actually, my friend here finding the Misty Bragg's adult Facebook, or not adult, but her Facebook as an adult. I found out what my brain's doing. It's done this for it. I didn't even realize it. I've been watching a lot of movies. I watched on Friday because I used to get watch movies in special needs class on Friday. Well, Misty was out of my league then. Pretty sure she's married now. But this isn't the first time my brain's done this with these women. I did it with a girl named Whitney when I was going through the loss of my mom. It did it with the girl named Annie when, I forgot what happened to trigger that, but it's done it before. Took these girls who who were friends with me, but that was all it was, as friends. And made fantastic versions of them in my dreams. And I tried to reach out to them too, and they never responded. Well, correction. No, Whitney was when I was going through cancer. Not when I lost my mom. Annie was after somebody had passed away in my family. I forget who off the top of my head. It was one of my grandmas, I think, or something. I don't know. But yeah, every time I got in certain distress, my brain pulled these girls back up from middle school, high school, and elementary school, and yeah, so yeah, but knowing that someone else in my classes at school didn't end up in jail is a good thing because most of the kids did. So it's nice to know that Misty's not in prison, or in the cemetery like most of our classmates. But yeah, she was out of my league then. Annie was out of my league in middle school, and Whitney was out of my league in high school. My brain's just making up crap about these women that I would never impress then, and I want to impress now. I didn't impress Candy or Christy because I got a secret to tell you about me and women, guys. All these girls, with the exception of Misty, used me as a revenge tool to get the boyfriend they really wanted to be jealous and come back to them after he cheated on them. Except for Annie. Annie didn't even bother contacting me when I reached out to her. But I found out through the grapevine later probably she didn't because she was already married. And I reached out to her at one point. So because I wrote her a letter and never got a response back. Well, it seems the way I get done a lot by people. Reach out to them and never get a return letter or phone call. But yeah, my brain's doing the same trick it did. I watch movies or something to remind me of that point in my life, and then these weird subconscious fantasies come up with these girls that I remember watching those movies with or whatever. It's just my brain conjuring up a woman wanting to be with me. I already just face it. Women don't want guys on disability. And hell, I might not even have an apartment by the 31st because unless the government figures something out about this friggin' property manager hating my disabilities, I may not be able to do any better. I mean, everybody behind me, they're like, you're not doing nothing wrong. You're paying your bills, you're cleaning the best you can, and the property manager's a problem. Yeah, but her being the problem and my best not being good enough for her, I mean, yeah, that's discrimination. But is it really going to work out? I mean, there's no other available apartments. There's no money that can stay in the bank. I wonder what the hell watching Power Rangers is going to do. I don't know. Like I said, what is interacting with that movie going to do? I don't know. The time I was watching that series, there weren't no women really in my life, so my brain probably won't connect that to anything. But like a lot of the other movies, a lot of the other like old media, like were connected to like Misty or memories of memories of Annie or Whitney. Whitney was the girl I wanted to go to prom with, but didn't because she dumped me because my mom got her fired from her job. Because my mom knew she was stealing out of the cash register at Walmart. Me and my mom was always around to sabotage those relationships, but mom didn't want me being in a relationship. And after my mom was gone, the only two attempts at relationship I had was, um, well, actually, no, just the one, Christy, but Christy didn't really want me. She just wanted to get back at her cheating dopehead boyfriend. And then once she got her revenge, she dropped me like a rock. Yeah, that should prove right there. Women don't want guys that can't work, that can't drive, that have no money. God has pre-programmed them to use us as revenge plot devices and then drop us like we don't matter. And go back to Mr. Moneybags. I know I shared that story with you guys. I kept having dreams about her, and I had dreams about her when that was the first girl I ever had a crush on, right? When the first girl I ever kissed, the first girl I ever kissed was this girl named Nancy. And I didn't even want to kiss her, but she was a big heavyset girl. And she said if I didn't kiss her, she was going to break my glasses. Yeah, that's true. The first girl I ever kissed wasn't a kiss by choice. It was a kiss by threat. It was either do it or I'm going to break your face. And that's why I have issue with obese people, because of Nancy. Because Nancy and Frederick and Keisha were all obese, and they all beat me up all the time in school. They were the three biggest bullies I had to deal with. Yeah, I might as well be honest with you guys. My mind's trying tricks on me. My mind's coming up with ideal versions of these girls that I had crushes on, that I was always out of their league anyway. Like I said, even one of them even told me when she let me out of her life that I was a good guy, but I wasn't good enough for her. She ended up getting married to a guy that I guess emotionally abused or whatever, had a kid with him. Then she divorced him, and now she's married to some guy that works a bunch of different retail jobs and has 3 kids with that guy and is very happy. And like I said, the Christy thing, same thing. I think, but I don't know why I brought it. But like I said, these girls don't know me from nothing anymore. They never would want me to begin with. Even if I could get in touch with any of them, they don't want me. I don't work. I don't have any money. Hell, I might not even have a place to live because of bullshit about people hating me for being disabled. And I'm pretty sure they probably all hate me for that now too. Being disabled, being worthless. To be honest with you guys, it's my mind playing tricks on me. I've been watching a lot of those movies we watched in class on Friday, like Hook and all this other stuff, and it's just my brain conjuring up a girl I really like, but I was never good enough for her. I'm not good enough for anybody. Not even good enough for my own family because they tell me to shut up all the time. I don't know, maybe the voices are right. Maybe I do have no place in the world. And if the stupid apartment complex gets their way, I'm not got any place to live. I'm dealing with voices all day. Took 2 naps, they won't go away. I grabbed Teuton and tried to play music on my computer. And then my computer gave me an error message saying that it couldn't do something. It couldn't launch that. It started to play Skillet and then it quit working and the app failed or whatever. I think I'm going to find a different app to play CDs on the computer, but it doesn't matter. I'll have a new radio by tomorrow. No, I don't belong anymore. Sorry, guys. I didn't really realize what my brain was doing until I realized it had done it before with Annie and Whitney. When I've been really depressed and yeah, I saw images of Misty a few times when I was going through some things when I was 12. But I didn't realize that's what my brain was doing until I saw the picture of Misty and looked up, did same things as other girls. Who knows, maybe some shitty event somewhere else in my life that'll trigger up memories of Christy. And the only difference between Christy and the rest of them is I met her after I became an adult, but it was still the same thing. Wasn't good enough. Wasn't valuable enough. Nothing to offer. Because God has programmed women to go for the man with the most to offer. A woman would choose a rich drug dealer before she'd ever choose me. And there's studies and tests to prove it.